Do you often forget things and wish to improve your memory? If so, you are not alone. Forgetting important information is a common problem that many of us face. It can be frustrating, especially when we're trying to learn new things or remember crucial details. But what if I told you there's a way to train your brain to remember more effectively? This is where the concept of memory training comes into play. Memory training is a powerful tool that can help you to retain and recall important information. It's like a workout for your brain, strengthening your ability to remember. And the best part, there are several fun games and techniques you can use to train your memory. These are not only entertaining, but also highly effective in improving your memory. So, are you ready to train your brain and improve your memory? Stay tuned. We've got some fascinating and brain-boosting games and techniques coming up. The first game to enhance your memory is the association game. Now, what's this all about? Well, the association game is a simple yet powerful tool to boost your memory. It's all about creating mental connections between different pieces of information. So how does it work? Let's say you have a list of words to remember. Instead of trying to memorize them in a linear fashion, you would create a story or a mental image that links all these words together. The crazier, the better. Why? Because our brains are wired to remember things that stand out, that are unusual or funny. For instance, if you had to remember the words apple, elephant, and umbrella, you might imagine an elephant sitting under an apple tree, using an umbrella to shield itself from falling apples. This funny and unusual image will stick in your mind, making it easier to remember the words. The association game doesn't stop there. It also helps you remember facts and figures. Let's say you need to remember that the speed of light is approximately 300,000 kilometers per second. You might imagine 300,000 light bulbs racing each other at a speedway. Again, the more outlandish the image, the better. The beauty of the association game lies in its flexibility. You can use it to remember names, dates, facts, figures, grocery lists, and so much more. So why not give it a try? Try this game out and you'll be amazed at how quickly you can remember things. Now let's move on to a memory technique called the Loci method. This method is quite intriguing. It's like taking a walk through your mind, using landmarks to help you remember information. The Loci method, also known as the memory journey or mind palace technique, is an ancient mnemonic strategy that dates back to the ancient Greeks and Romans. It's based on the principle of spatial memory, the part of your memory that records information about one's environment and spatial orientation. Here's how it works. You start by visualizing a familiar place. It could be your house, your school, or even a favorite park. This place will serve as your mental walkthrough or journey. Each item or piece of information you need to remember is then associated with a specific location within this place. For instance, if you're trying to remember a grocery list, you might visualize the entrance of your house as the bread aisle, the living room as the produce section, and so on. The key to the Loci method is vivid, detailed visualization. The more detailed and vivid your mental images are, the easier it will be to recall the information. Don't be afraid to get creative and use your imagination. The more unusual and distinctive your mental images, the better. And with a bit of practice, you'll find that you can remember a surprising amount of information with ease. With the Loci method, your memory can become as organized as a well-kept library. The next memory game is called the Memory Palace. This game, also known as the method of Loci, is a time-tested technique that was used by the ancient Greeks to remember information. It's a game that not only enhances your recall, but also boosts your creativity. So, what exactly is the Memory Palace game and how does it work? Well, it involves constructing a mental image of a familiar place, such as your home or a favorite park. This place becomes your palace, and each room or location within it holds a piece of information you want to remember. Let's say you're studying for a history exam. You could place each historical event in a different room of your palace. The kitchen might hold the American Revolution, while the living room could be home to World War II. The key is to create vivid, detailed images that link the information to the location. The beauty of the Memory Palace game is that it can be as simple or as complex as you want. You can use a small apartment with just a few rooms for shorter lists, or a sprawling mansion for more extensive information. The more you use it, the better you'll get at creating and navigating your palaces. This method is not only effective but also makes the process of memorizing more enjoyable. It turns a chore into a creative exercise, making the information more memorable and easier to recall. So, why not give the Memory Palace game a try? It might just unlock the doors to a world of limitless memory. The Memory Palace game makes memorizing fun and imaginative. These games and techniques can transform the way you remember things. We've journeyed through the landscape of the mind, exploring the association game, the low-C method, and the memory palace. Each of these techniques offers unique ways to enhance your memory, making it easier to retain and recall information. The association game, remember, is all about forming mental connections. By linking new information to something familiar, you're giving your brain a roadmap to the memory. It's a simple yet powerful tool that can be used to remember anything from a grocery list to complex academic concepts. Then we delved into the low-C method. This technique leverages your spatial memory by associating information with specific locations. It's like creating a mental walkthrough of your notes, making it easier for your brain to navigate and retrieve the information. Finally, we built a memory palace. This technique takes the low-C method a step further by constructing an elaborate mental structure filled with symbolic representations of the information you want to remember. It's like building a museum of your memories. With regular practice, these games and techniques can significantly improve your memory. It's not magic, nor is it reserved for the geniuses among us. It's simply about understanding how your brain works and using that knowledge to your advantage. Remember, your brain is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. So, give these games and techniques a try and discover the power of your memory. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Brain Secrets for more amazing insights. Stay smart and keep your memory sharp.